Are you ready?
A Shot of Wrestling presents A Shot of BCW. And away we go.
Wait till get a shot, boy. Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot. Oh, yeah. So let's step up to the break. We got MJP and BC Dog. That's the reigning championship team. From Milan to Japan and everywhere in between. Get the up-to-date news on the wrestling scene. So take a shot, boy. Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot.
And here's your host, Michael J. Putty.
Thank you, Shane Fair, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard that right. We are back, and better than ever. Welcome back to A Shot of BCW. Like Amanda said, I'm your host at Michael J. Putty, joined once again by the governor of BCW, America's favorite agent, your guiding light in mind, Mr. A.J. Pan. Yeah. Governor, welcome back, buddy. How you been? Been a while.
It's good to be back. I've missed you. I missed doing these with you. It's been a little while, but we're back. We're ready to go. Kicking into the fall season. I know Mark Schwann's been crying because there's been a strike. I do feel bad for all the writers and everything. I'm not trying to make light of it, but Mark likes to make everything about himself. So,
cheers to the writer strike being over.
Yes. So it's gonna 12:01 today. It's over. So, we're gonna hear everything from Mark Schwann that he can go back on blacklist, and cheers to him, I guess. Hopefully we don't have to see him. Hopefully it picks him up, actually.
Mark Schwann is my co-host on A Shot of Wrestling. If you're listening to this, I'm assuming you know. It's on the same feed. But, he just likes to be this guy. And the governor pointed out to me, he posted a sweet tribute to his daughter for National Daughters Day.
Yes.
Can you please tell everybody what they may have missed?
You might have missed his daughter, because the photo, he was clearly in the foreground. It looks like the poor sweet kid was trying to get into the picture, and Mark is like, "No, sweetheart, it's about me. It's about Hollywood. You'll get your turn soon."
Yeah, they were saying,
Happy Daughter's Day to Carly. I'll wish it for you, because Mark is a horrible individual. So
they were sitting on a bench from the side angle, and Mark's sitting on the bench, leaning forward, and you see his daughter poking out over his arms, like, "I'm in this picture too, right?"
She's not on his lap. She's not in front. She's trying to get into the picture, and Mark basically is like, "No, sweetheart, that's not how we do things here."
No, but let's not waste too much time. Let's not waste too much time talking about Mark Schwann. We are recording.
I know we could have a whole episode of horrible acts that he does.
I got a text from the governor saying, "When am I free to record?" I'm saying, "Really, anytime this week. Let's bring back A Shot of BCW." You don't want to hear us ramble. You don't hear us talk. You want to hear us talk about combination wrestling. Last time me and the governor joined you for A Shot of BCW was to preview Summer on Smash, a tribute to Mama Pan.
I was right. It was a fantastic event. Great stuff from the BCW faithful. One of our biggest crowds yet since we've been back. So thank you to everybody who came out for Summer on Smash. We hope to see that back at Nightmare at the Mecca. But tons of great a lot of stories came out of that are leading into this. A lot of people made their names. We had a 20-minute dance break for an honor Mama Pan. It was a great event all around, and we'll talk a little bit about it as we break down some of these matches, because there is a lot to talk about.
And that dance break is only like 5 minutes long. Like we
had
a heart out, and then all of a sudden, I'm back at the table. Like, where is it? Why are we still here? What's going on?
The BCW faithful, I got to give it to them. They kept it going. They were cheering for it. Talents kept coming in and out of the ring. So, thank you again to everybody, to the talent, to the faithful who indulged and who were involved and who appreciated what we were doing, appreciated Mama Pan. She was smiling down. I was smiling in the ring. So we all got along for those 20 minutes. Then once the bell rang, it was back to we all hated each other.
You and Mark Schwann got it going on. I was like, what's this?
Yeah, it was for Mom. It was for Mama Pan.
So quickly, maybe 30 seconds if you can't even do that. Last time we were on the show, previewing A Shot of BCW, yes. I said, how do you think you'll feel when you put your head to the pillow that night, when all is said and done? So when you went to bed that night, what was going through your head before your eyes closed?
Besides hoping I didn't have a huge hangover the next day, I felt really good. I definitely felt that made my mom proud. And again, I felt it was one of our best BCW efforts to date since we came back from the pandemic. Just feeling good, pushing along, and now I feel we're ready for a Nightmare at the Mecca. I think we finally turned that corner, and we're firing on all cylinders. Thanks to everybody in the back, and thanks to, again, I can't thank the faithful enough, and we hope to see you out in a couple of weeks.
If you don't want me saying this, I can edit this out if you don't want me to. But let's get real for a second. Shot at BCW is still trying to find its identity. So I'm kind of thinking of it as those post-PLE, press conferences, where it's half shoot, half storyline.
Yes. Sure, yes.
So we had a great crowd. Great crowd.
We did.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Now,
yeah.
Is there some worry in management 4 months later to repeat that? We had a long break for the summer. Is there any trepidation of can we do that again? Can we catch lightning in the bottle twice? Or the momentum there where we can, boom, no, not a worry?
Initially there was, at least on my part, I could speak for that. But, I've looking on socials, I see a lot of other companies, some of them take the summer off because summer's tough for a lot. Not even wrestling. I've worked in bars before, and I know a lot of, August is the slowest month for bars in New York City, one of the busiest cities in the world. So, people have been going through, the summer. Summer was a little weird. So, I think everybody's ready to come back.
It was weird.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. I feel a lot of people felt this was a weird summer. So, I think everybody's feeling or starting to get a bit recharged, and I think a lot of people are kicking back into gear. And
bitch is there.
I know there's excitement.
Miss it. Let's do it.
We started hearing from the faithful. The talents are excited about coming back, and I'm excited to come back. I'm excited to see you, Cheyenne and Mark. Not so much, but we'll see what happens. But I'm excited, and I want to keep it going. I want to keep the momentum going.
So let's do that. Yes. Preview a couple of the matches on deck already announced. You heard it the last show of A Shot of Wrestling. Mark Schwann interviewed Vinny Pacifico. He will take on Anthony Gangone for the Grand Dragon Championship. Should be a good match.
That's going to be a fantastic match. Anthony Gangone, I don't want to say unfortunately, but he beat one of my best friends, Mike Law, in the main event of Tribute to Mama Pan at Summer on Smash. Highly contested contest. Both men, they prove that they are main event quality competitors. Most people, you think the World Championship has to end have to end the event. They prove that they are main event quality. They killed him. Mike Law was bloodied afterwards. Yeah. Gangone, the better man that night. Gangone, again, he's one of the best in the world, and he's proved it time and time again. So now he faces Vinny Pacifico, who has been on a hell of a roll, going to Japan soon.
Yeah.
He has all these sponsorships from these energy companies. I'm trying to get Fireball, Screwball. I'm trying to get one of you guys sponsor me. Come on. If you're listening, hey. Got my Fireball suit. I'll wear it to one of the BCW events. Come on.
I'm surprised that they haven't hit you up already by now.
Nightmare of the Mecca. I might have to break out the Fireball suit. That might just have to happen. We'll see.
I know I had a conversation with Vinny, too, because I drink energy drinks nonstop because I'm very low energy and get no sleep. How does he get a sponsorship? I need to get my dip my pen in this ink. Good for him. Well deserved.
You do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Prime guy, so Logan Paul, if you happen to come across this, I love all of them. I've tried all the flavors. I'm a big fan. I had one this morning at work. So,
what's your favorite flavor?
I like the lemon lime.
Incorrect. It's strawberry watermelon.
They're all good. It's tough. They're all good. I think that was the first one I ever had. So I think it's like your first love.
Again, way off topic, but I'm a big energy drink guy. I need it.
But they lead back to Vinny and his energy drink. So yes,
I drink all of them. I heard Monster's not good for you. Red Bull's not good for you. Really, none of them are good for you. So I decided to really put my hat in the one that's air quotes the best for you. It's vegan, no sugar, almost like Prime, but Zoa from the Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, I never saw that one. I want to try that one as well.
I get that too, and that's so if they need a sponsorship, please. Shot of Wrestling or Shot of BCW is open. Inbox us. Please.
Yes.
So it looks to be a good match. Anthony Gagone's been on a tear, undefeated since he won that championship almost a year ago. I think it was last October, right? Wasn't it the?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. So wow,
he'll be
closing in on a year.
You have a lot of championships holding on to a year. You're great.
Yeah, it's a new time for BCW. I said when we came back, we were gonna kind of wipe the slate clean and see everybody. And again, I love that it's the best competitors, and I can't. We're gonna see that later on. As we run on the card in the next week or so. It's not just, male competitors against male competitors. Female, it's just who the best competitors are.
Yeah.
And we've seen Gangone go up against, people like Darius Carter. My mind's blank the tournament. Vicious Vicky.
Twice.
Yeah, so now he's facing, Vinny Pacifico. So, and Mike Law, so yeah, just a huge testament. Vinny, again, has been on a roll. This, I think, I've known him for years, and this is the biggest role he's been on right now. So this is going to be a huge challenge for Gangone. Could he lose it here, or will Vinny take the championship to Japan?
Imagine. Also, Vinny Pacifico interviewed by Kurt Angle. You want to hear all about that? Tune into the last episode of Shot of Wrestling. Good for him. Good matchup. Looking forward to it. You just said his name, so let's embark on it even further. Your boy Mike Law, Intern Jerry, and Daniel Alexander will face the very formidable team of Face, Ben Ruten, and Theo Ivory. How'd you put this matchup together? Wow.
This is one of our backstage battles between myself and the owner-CEO, Anthony Cole. He didn't like the way everything went down in the triple threat match last time. Neither really did I, but, he came to the conclusion that he wanted to see some kind of match, and he wanted to put he wanted to put Ben, Face together, and Theo Ivory. So I saw his wheels turning, so I asked Mr. Cole if I could put together a team for Intern Jerry, and he gave me the green light.
Okay.
Daniel Alexander, while I might not like him personally, I respect what he has accomplished in the ring. I respect him as a competitor, so I think him and Jerry will mesh well together. And you got to have someone, they need a leader. And who better than Mike Law? I know Mike Law's not happy about this, but hey, he lost to Gangone at Summer on Smash. Yeah. You need to do something. So you know what? This is a way to get himself back in the view and make us all proud in other eyes and show us that he's back to start contending for championships again.
Is this more important for Mike Law being a competitor or Mike Law teaching Intern Jerry?
I think it's good for both. I think, Mike, I love Mike. He's been doing this for 23 years. He's been all over the place. But sometimes, you lose sight of things and you lose that. You're not as humble anymore. Mm-hmm. And he should take this as he's a big coach. He's one of the big coaches right now. He's training a lot of people. So why not lend that credibility, that knowledge to guys like Daniel Alexander and Intern Jerry? But he thinks he should be in main events, and he would have been if he beat Anthony Gangone. Mm. He didn't. So, I think this was a good spot for him, and he does well here. He shoots back up into the rankings of BCW, but until then, you're not going to get. And again, I want to show, other people like to talk about how I show favoritism and do this and that. Michael's my best friends. I could have easily put him against Darius Carter.
Easily.
For this event. Times. I did not. I want him to earn. He hasn't been around. I want him to earn his spot like everybody else does. So this is his chance. Intern Jerry, surprising to, I think, everybody, whether it be myself, whether it's to the people in the back, and the people in the faithful. They're getting behind him. He's showing more than I ever expected out of him. And you know what? He deserves another opportunity, and he can learn a lot here.
I believe at the end of the series, Lloyd had his own office, so I feel Jerry's on that same route.
Very so. It took quite a few. It took about 5 seasons. So Jerry's I think approaching maybe season 3, the end of season 2. Yeah, it's a slow, but he's getting there. He's surprising us all, and I have faith in him. So he held his own against Ben Ruten, which a lot of people were surprised at. He held his own.
Moving on, coming off her dominant victory, Nevaeh Chantelle looks to keep that momentum going. Going against someone I can officially stamp as a Michael J. Putty guy girl, Harleen Lopez. Very impressed about her debut at BCW. Happy to see you guys are bringing her back. This should be a very, very competitive matchup.
I've seen her outside of BCW, and at her debut, she killed it, and she got a lot of response, both from, again, people backstage and from the BCW faithful. They took to her immediately, which is difficult to do. They fell in love with Harleen Lopez. They like what she did out there. She came very close to defeating Nevaeh Chantelle. So, you know what? But Nevaeh, she's showing her will, she's showing her guts. She was able to come out the victor on top, but wanted to see it again just because it was that close. The last 2 victories she had was kind of a little dominant. This one, she kind of squeaked by a little bit. So let's see if that was not a fluke or not, or if Harleen, she moves into the contention here and can get a win. at BCW. I'm definitely looking forward to this. This is going to be one to watch.
Yeah, it might be one of the underscore like Black Horses match to watch.
Yeah,
something on paper like, oh, okay, but when you break it down, looking at their past, this should be very hard hitting, very interesting contest. I'm looking forward to that ringside there. Anybody's game. Anybody's game. I think Nevaeh needs it.
Oh,
here,
it is.
Looking forward to Harleen Lopez's switch. He can bring us to that table. We have a special attraction match. I believe that if I'm using your terminology correct, the Ladies Night Out Championship will be on the line. Angelica Risk will go against Olivia Devine.
That's going to be, I'm really excited about that. The Ladies Night Out division, they're a part of MCW, and they've been killing as well. And again, we love here, myself and Anthony Cole and a lot of the BCW faithful, it's about time the female competitors get a chance to shine. They get to show what great athletes they are. They have a great stacked division there, and you know what? We're honored that they wanted to come and put their championship on the line at our event, Nightmare at the Mecca. So, special treat for, if you have not seen Ladies Night Out, you're going to see what they're all about at Nightmare at the Mecca. Two fantastic competitors. If you research their roster, a who's who, a lot of people who compete for us are there. Mm-hmm. And for these two ladies to be competing for the championship, Angelica Risk is the champion. So, there's a lot going on there. We're going to be excited to present that to you, give you a little taste of that. I'm excited to see that. And who knows, they might make an impression here on the BCW faithful, and they might be in contention for not only the BCW Women's Championship, as we've said, any championship is open. The Grand Dragon, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Tag Team Championships. So you make an impression here, you come back, and you contend for any championship. So, ladies, you have a great audience to show us what you could do. And not only the audience, to myself, to Anthony Cole, and the rest of the brass that we don't talk about, who are, they pay the bills.
And finally, we have the Queen of the North versus the Queen of the North. Christina Marie will go against Dani Moe. Whoever put this match together, genius. Props to you. I'm assuming it's you. Looking forward to this. Well done. How did this match come about?
It's a lot of things. Two dominant queens of the North, the Battle of the Queens. Christina Marie delivered a hell of a victory when she defeated, finally, when she was crowned the Queen of the North at Summer on Smash. Yeah. Pitting both Brittany Jade and Notorious Mimi with that devastating spear from the second rope. So we were all surprised that rings. I'm sorry, you were off, but it was myself, Cheyenne, and Journey Burke, as I wanted her to get a bird's eye view of that and show her what could be in her future if she keeps on the right track. But yeah, Christina proved her dominance. She had some big words after her victory when she was interviewed by Samira, saying that she's coming for Vicky soon. Don't know when that will be, but and then Dani Moe, she faced Vicious Vicky on that night. She came up short, but she held in, though. She proved why she's a top competitor, why she is a former Queen of the North. Christina Marie, that is one person she never conquered, Dani Moe. If we remember, going back to when Dani won, Dani defeated Christina Marie in the qualifiers. So Christina has something to prove, while Dani wants to get back into contention. She would love another shot at the Women's Championship, or perhaps one of the other championships. And to beat to beat Christina Marie twice, that would be a huge feather in her cap.
Yeah, looking forward to this match, man. This is going to be, like I just called Nevaeh, that maybe Black Horse is going to be the one people are coming in to see.
That's definitely. I'm excited for this. Match. Yeah, this could be a main event of any show. This has the potential to be a main event at a ladies' night out, at one of our events, at any event. This should be. And Christina is on a tear now. This is the Christina Marie I've been waiting to see for about 5 years since I first met her. I knew she had it in her, and now she's finally, I think, comfortable in her skin. She's finally showing. She's finally comfortable in everything that she's doing now. She's firing on all cylinders. But Dani Moe, she's still, I don't want to say she hasn't. I don't want to make it sound like that, but she's aged like fine wine. Not even that she's old, but I've seen her compete for years, and she's still one that you can never count out. So again, this could go any way. There's no favorite in this match. The only people who we could say that are going to win are the BCW faithful who are watching this.
That's right. No one likes to be the first ever when it comes to something bad. Do you think there's some sort of chip on her shoulder? She's the first ever Queen of the North to not win. Do you think she needs to prove herself here? Like, oh, wait, no, I can do this. I can be here.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some of that. I definitely look into that. She wants to prove that her winning the Queen of the North, like, that's her only accomplishment that's going to happen in BCW. She definitely wants to stick around. She's made it known. She's a very busy individual, but she's told us that she loves coming to BCW. She loves working in front of the BCW audience. And, yeah, I think she definitely does not want to be a footnote in history. She wants to make history and get some more championships under her belt. And we've seen her birthday, the great Brian Krieger posted that photo of her for her birthday with 4 different championships. So I'm sure she would love to add the BCW Women's Championship to her resume. So she's definitely coming. But Christina, she's coming in with that same ship to prove that win was not a fluke and to prove that this is her time. She lost to Darius, but that was a star-making performance right there. A lot of people have been talking about her since then. And she's went on to win numerous championships. Like, she's fine. That might have been what that loss. Sometimes, and people don't believe it, sometimes a loss is a win.
Mm. Yeah, as Seth Rollins.
Exactly. Yes, it's 100% true. And, sometimes, a lot of people might have saw that when they both advanced, Darius and Christina, and figured Christina had no chance against Darius. And she stood toe-to-toe with one of the best, not just in BCW, in the entire world. Was he, 144 now in the top 500 wrestlers in the world? 144 out of 500. There's alone in close to 500 in Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW right there.
Yeah.
So for Darius Carter to be, for him to be included in that group and for such a high number, higher than a lot of them too. So that's a huge accomplishment, and we've seen Darius beat. It would take us 3 hours to list everybody he's beaten, but people like Marina Shafir, like Danny Moff, like Steve. I mean, the list goes on and on. So, to stand toe to toe with him, that's an incredible feat of himself.
Well, that's all we got for this week. Many more matches left to discuss, but so far,
yes, quite a bit. Yes,
that's all we have for part 1. Stay tuned for the next episode of A Shot of BCW coming up on this very feed sooner rather than later.
Yes,
Brie Combination Wrestling presents Nightmare at the Mecca, Sunday, October 22nd at Ridgefield Park, New Jersey.
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, doors open at 1. Bell is at 2. I see yourself pouring another shot there. What are you drinking tonight?
Doing a little screwball this time. Yeah, Fireball. I had last night a little screwball, peanut butter whiskey. It's a weeknight, so just want to keep the flavor. I don't want to get too tipsy tonight. So, but I'm talking to you because we're celebrating. We're bringing back a shot of BCW. So
I've been drinking. I'm getting tipsy too. Fuck work. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
So stay tuned for more announcement. Tickets to links at Brie Combination on social media on Instagram. BRII_combination_wrestling on Facebook, BRII Combination Wrestling, and on Twitter, X, what do we call it now? Like X?
I believe it's X. I think it's,
BCW_wrestling_.
On the X.
Look out for promos, match announcements, anything involved with Brie Combination Wrestling. Nightmare at the Mecca. Looking forward to this one, Governor. Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
It's going to be, I'm excited. Just with those matches alone, we still have a lot we haven't spoke about yet. So right there, if that doesn't get you excited, you're going to be excited for what we have coming up. It's definitely going to be a nightmare. And we're leading into, coming up soon, a couple months, Anniversary 7, even though it's our 8th year, it's 7 because of the wonderful pandemic. But we're not a political podcast, we won't get into that. But as always, thank you, BCW Faithful, for being on this ride with us. We want to keep the momentum going, so please make sure you join us on October 22nd. We do not plan to disappoint, and we have a lot coming up in the next couple of months, so you don't want to miss anything because everything is tying up to the big one, Anniversary. We had a couple of it's almost time. Can you believe it's almost time as well to crown another Queen of the North? We're getting there, so
time flies.
Plans are already underway. We're already discussing names. We're already working on who's going to be in that tournament. There's a lot happening. I'm excited. I'm ready to get back to it. I'm ready to see you again and get back to work.
Can't wait.
And see what kind of suit you're going to be wearing. You surprise me each time, and you rock them well, my man.
I mentioned it. Like, I used to do commentary, and I'd dress the part. You got to wear a nice blazer. Stand out, right? So there was a show you guys did. I think it was a Christmas show or something. I wore a Christmas suit. And then
Yes.
New Year's, so I wore a New Year's suit. And I felt like Anthony Gangone came up to me and go, oh, man, I can't wait to see where we're next. And now I feel like trapped into this, like, all right, now I got to deliver for the champion. Like,
I love it. I love it.
So once I hear the theme of the show, I got to somehow find something that fits me. 6'6", 300 pounds. Man, it's not easy to do. Not easy to do.
You might have to get if your team keeps winning, get a dolphin suit.
I've looked for this many a times. I've seen people wearing it, but they don't sell them no more. I think it was like a limited thing. I'm like, I saw your fireballs. I'm like, let me get it for the Dolphins. And I saw some guy, I think it was the Chiefs or whatever fucking team it was. I'm like, oh, I can't find one at all anymore, man. I'm like, oh man, I missed my opportunity. But we'll find one. We'll figure it out. Anyway, we have time.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
Where can people find you on social medias?
You can find me on Instagram, AJPanPC. Find me on the X at AJPan_PCA. And I just joined TikTok, so you can find me there. And I finally succumbed, so I try to keep it positive there. And it's either me taking shots with some friends and having some positive toast. Been having my hot boy walks with my good friend the Crappy Broker. So trying to have some fun on there. So if you want to see and post a little bit of wrestling stuff, I don't know, I'm trying to make it a little exclusive than my other socials. So if you want to see those, follow me on TikTok at AJPanPC. And who knows? Maybe I think, I don't know if it should be surprised. Me and you can edit this out. Me and you should do the Prince, give an ode to Prince Nana and the Prince Nana dance.
I wanted to mention that. Like, who's going to be the first one to do it at the next show? You or Mark Schwann?
No, I think me and you should
you or
do
Cheyenne. I'm not sure. Cheyenne might pull himself in there. He got those hips.
We'll see. But I think me and you should do one in honor of our good friend Prince Nana.
Yeah, I've been practicing. I'm not gonna lie. I've been practicing. I can't have the move. I don't have the fluidity of it, but we'll practice.
We have a couple of weeks, so let's practice on that.
And so we've only covered part of the roster, and I know there's a big conspiracy theory here. So Mark Schwann, who is listening, we'll cover your match later on, dude. Don't text me. He did that last time. He's like, "Oh, why are you talking about Vicky?"
Yeah, we didn't talk about. Yeah, we didn't talk about the World Heavyweight Championship match either. We're spreading it out. That's what it's called. So we're building anticipation.
It's called a tease, dude. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Oh, the strike's over. Let me.
Mark Schwann, we talked enough about it. But so we did give a shout out to Vicious Becky. But she's been defending the championship throughout the summer, so she's been on a tear, and we'll talk about her match. Did
you see that little spat him and Darius Carter got into on Twitter or X? He said something.
I didn't see that, but I did like when Vicky yelled at Mark for hiring a videographer without her permission, and she wasn't in the mood for it. So hopefully she smartens up and dumps that idiot.
Anyway, stay tuned for the next episode of A Shot of BCW on this very feed, as long as the next episode of A Shot of Wrestling. So for the governor, AJ Penn, I've been your host at Mugger Putty. Until next time, putty out.